Hey, what's going on everyone? Steven here, srayw, and today I have a review for everyone of the Motorola Debut i856. This is a slide-up phone. There's no full keyboard. It's just one-way slide, just like that. This phone will run you $150. This is for Boost Mobile and Nextel, I think. So for $150, it really isn't that bad for what you get in the phone. Overall, I just want to say that it's a really good phone. Right before I get into the full review, I just want to say it's a really good phone, and for Boost Mobile, it's actually pretty good. So first of all, we're gonna go over the build and what kind of ports and buttons it has on the outside, and build quality and such. So first off, I don't know if you could see that, but it is micro USB right here. This little cover. This is used for charging and plugging it into your computer. Right there. We have the push to talk walkie-talkie button for Boost and Nextel. We have volume rockers and the walkie-talkie speaker on and off button. On the top, we don't have anything except for this thing, which I will show you in what it does in a little bit. On this side, we have a little cover for a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, so that's kind of cool. So you don't need no adapter because most cell phones have the small one. So that's right there. Get that back on. On the bottom, we just have a pretty loud speaker, I would say. So right here on the edges, we have kind of not really a chrome, maybe like a matted chrome. I don't know how you would call that. And we have a little Motorola text right there. Here we have a D-pad, or the arrows and everything. We have a hang up button, a call button, menu button, music button, the center, that button right there to select things, a right soft key and a left soft key. So that is pretty much the front of it. In here we have, of course, the numbers. The buttons, actually, I don't really like how the buttons feel. It's actually kind of small, and the actual buttons are kind of made out of like a gel kind of material, and I find myself trying to press button and making ridiculous typos when I'm making text, and I have to correct myself all the time. The keyboard I actually don't like that much. I mean, of course it'll take some time to get used to, but I mean, as of right now, I don't really like it that much. Call quality on this, I've called some friends to see what it sounded like, and you can actually hear everyone really good through both speakers, the regular one and the loud one. And I've asked how I sound like, and everyone said pretty good. If you do, sometimes there is some static, but that's because of Boost Mobile, not because of the phone. The phone is actually really good. And right here we have the 1.3 megapixel camera. And I know it doesn't say anything other than megapixels, but on the website it said 1.3. Motorola claims that you could get 205 minutes out of battery life, but I find myself charging it every night. Battery might last you one day, but with previous Boost Mobile phones that I've had, I have noticed that the first battery it comes with is never that good, and I'd always have to buy a second one, and that second one would always be the best. So I mean, an extra battery isn't that much. It only costs a couple bucks, so that's what you're probably gonna have to do. The battery doesn't last that long. I am going to buy myself another battery because the first one that it comes with usually aren't that good. So I'm going to show you the back right here. What that thing was for is to take off the back cover, just like that, and it slides. We have the SIM card and the battery pack. And right here we have the micro SD card slot. I cut my nails, so I can't really grab anything. We have a micro SD card right there. I'm not gonna slide it out because I have to remove it safely using the menu and stuff, but right there, this thing holds up to 8 gigs of micro SD card memory, and it comes with 70 megabytes of user memory. So built in, it has 70 megabytes, which I honestly don't know how many songs it can hold. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you through the menu really quick. If you press the menu button, we have tools, contacts, messages, push to talk, recent calls, web, games and apps, and settings. So this does have a music player, which I will go through right now. You press the little music button. It says my music's starting. Alright, organizing. So right now I have 69 songs in here, and I have a 2 gigabyte SD card in there. You have playlists, albums, artists, genres, podcasts, other, and that's it. So if you go to songs, I'll just play some royalty free songs, so no copyright or anything. Okay, so right here, this is the song that it come with. It came with about 5 songs or so. Go ahead and click that. You can close it. Volume. It's actually pretty loud. It does start to rattle if you get it too loud, but not. It doesn't really rattle too much. And as you can see, we have these little bar thingies that go up, which actually you can change if you go to setup. And you have a shuffle, repeat, visuals, which are those little bars. 3D music, which means when you're listening to music, it sounds like it's flying by, like it comes out. It's kind of dumb. I don't really like it, so I'm not gonna explain it that much. You have the album view, auto update, equalizer view, and music reverbs, and that is it. And you can also use a Bluetooth device, like a Bluetooth headset, to listen to your music as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back, and that is pretty much the music player. And I'm gonna go ahead and also, one thing that the Motorola Debut comes with is this little carousel of icons that you can customize. So that's always there. You can use this to choose things, you know, kind of like shortcuts. So I'll go ahead to the camera, slide up to use camera, and right there. It actually does take pretty good pictures. 1.3 megapixel, actually pretty good. I was actually kind of impressed. It also has a camcorder. You can also watch videos on here. I tried going to YouTube to watch videos on here, but I don't think you can watch them from YouTube. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, if there's something I have to update, but I don't think you can watch YouTube videos on here. But so if you go to the settings, you can zoom, you can do the video size. So the max video size, as you can see, is 352 by 288, which is not the best. It's really not that good, but for a cell phone, it's actually okay. And the video length, you can change to maximum, which is about 60 seconds, or short if you're going to send it in a text message. So I'll go ahead and exit that. And also, one thing you can do is you can edit photos as well. It's kind of like a mini Photoshop. I'll actually show you. If I go to my images, let me see if there's anything pops up that I don't want to show you. So here we have a picture of my MacBook that I took a while back. You can use the menu button, go to edit. You can crop, rotate, flip, color adjustments, resize, borders, stamps, text bubbles, and it goes back to the top. It's actually a pretty cool feature in there. You cannot edit video. I don't think you can. I'm not sure if you can edit video or not. I never tried yet. When you're plugging in your mini SD card to your computer via an adapter that the mini SD cards should come with, is that you cannot just drag the video. If you want to put a video on here that's from your computer to watch it whenever you want, you can't. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but you can't just drag it onto the SD card slot. You actually have to plug it into the computer via micro USB to, regular USB. I don't think you can just drag it over. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I tried that and it wouldn't play it in here. The home screen, I'll go over the home screen. We have the signals. We have the, don't know what that one is. That's line 1 or something. Speaker, and that's telling you that you have your ringtones on. That's a voicemail icon, and that's kind of like a signal as well. It's kind of like signal. I don't know how to call that. It has to do with that thing too. It's kind of like signal. If you don't have that, that means you can't get text messages or you can't go on the internet and such. And you have a battery meter right there, boost, date, and a nice clock in the middle that sometimes goes side to side and dances a little bit. And also, when you have a text message or a voicemail, it'll actually tell you right there. As you can see, I have voicemail, and one kind of looks like a mail application. When you're on mail, if you own a Mac. So, don't really know what else to say other than this is actually a really good phone for Boost Mobile. As you can see here is the messaging menu, inbox, and items, and yeah, I'm pretty sure. This has actually have been my full review of the Motorola Debut i856. I got this from Best Buy for $150, which is the regular price anywhere for Boost Mobile or Nextel. This is srayw here. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/srayw. I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.